special day. We are walking up to the 75th precinct here in Brooklyn, New York. We the people did it. We won. In my hand here, I'm holding a federal order from a judge in federal court, district court in New York City, ordering the NYPD to remove their unlawful signage and to allow every single one of us, we the people, to record inside of the precinct. We did it. We affected change. And we only did that together, ladies and gentlemen. And I am so grateful for each and every one of you. I want to give a big thanks to my amazing attorneys at Latino Justice, Andrew Case and Mina. They did an amazing job with this injunction hearing. For everyone saying that we're just filming and we don't have a purpose, this is our purpose. Right here, this federal injunction enjoining the NYPD from enforcing their unconstitutional and unlawful policy. So we're here in Brooklyn, the same exact precinct, the 75th precinct, where they threw me out like thugs, like bouncers at a club, and violated my rights right here in front of us. We're here to come inside again and make sure that they're in compliance, file our complaint, and hopefully the sign has been taken down. So we're inside, ladies and gentlemen. The precinct here. I do not see the sign. Wasn't there a sign right here? We did it, ladies and gentlemen. The sign has been removed. There is no longer a sign here saying that we cannot record inside of the precinct. We did it. This is amazing. We did it, and we did it together. Thank you all for being here. We have 2,000 people in here. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button and sharing the live so the most people can see this. More people can see this. This is history, ladies and gentlemen, right here. Thanks to each and every one of you and my attorneys. We did it. We're here for transparency and accountability in our government. So they removed the signs here at the 75th, but I'm positive they didn't remove them everywhere. So we're here to file a complaint to make sure that they remove all of the signs inside of the precinct. So let's hope that they do that here. We did it. We won, ladies and gentlemen. Sweet victory. Victory for the people, victory for transparency. The sign has been taken down. So we'll document our process on filing a complaint right now. These are the exact, right here in this corner here, is where they grabbed me and threw me out of the door right here. 3 armed thugs grabbed me and threw me out of the door here, violating my constitutional rights and in violation of the Right to Record Act. And we did it. Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you, ma'am? Can I speak to somebody about filing a complaint? I would like to file a formal complaint. What would I like to make a complaint about? I'll write that in my complaint, ma'am. I'll write it in my complaint. If you can get an officer to take a complaint for me, that would be great. I'd appreciate it. Thank you. So they are in compliance with the federal court order here. By Judge Jessica Clark. You see right here, Jean Paul Reyes against the City of New York. And on the last page, it orders them to remove their unlawful signage where we cannot record. We the people can't record. And as you can see, it was right here before, I believe, and they did take the sign down. If they didn't take the sign down, they would be in contempt of court. So that is a very good thing.
So what kind of complaint would you like to make?
So I want to make a complaint against the NYPD as a whole. Just a formal complaint against the NYPD.
Any kind of criminal complaint?
Not a criminal complaint, like a complaint against the NYPD for a violation of the Right to Record Act, to take down the signs. I'm sure you're aware that the signs had to be taken down due to a federal judge ordering all signs being taken down that says you cannot record inside of the precinct. So I just want to in that general aspect, I wanted to make a complaint against the NYPD.
Okay, 1 second.
All right, no problem. Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate that. We did it, ladies and gentlemen. The sign has been taken down. Last time we were here, we were arrested, thrown out of this door right here, thrown out of the door by the NYPD tyrants here. It's amazing what we can do when we work together, ladies and gentlemen. It's absolutely amazing. We did it. You have no idea when this injunction came in, ladies and gentlemen. I was so happy. It was one of the greatest days of my life. This is literally the pinnacle of my activism career. I don't know how much New York City, the New York City Police Department, the NYPD here is the largest police department in the country. And we, the people, took them on the right way in federal court, and we won on the merits. Their signs were ruled as unlawful and in violation of the Right to Record Act and our rights. And we had a judge issue a preliminary injunction ordering the NYPD. They have hundreds of precincts in the NYPD, I believe. And every single precinct, however many precincts there are, those signs that were right here, they got to be taken down. It's beautiful. It's a win for transparency. This is not to come inside of the police department and harass public servants or even members of the public. That's not why I did this. This is not why this was done. This was done so that the everyday person can come file a complaint against the NYPD, can come file a criminal complaint and document that process. That should be all right to document that process for transparency and accountability. This is not meant to be used and abused to harass public servants, law enforcement, and government officials alike, or the public. This is done to carry out business and to promote transparency and accountability within our government. And that's why we did what we did here. That's why I have a federal injunction in my hand, the judge ordering the NYPD to remove their unlawful signs, which they did. They were in compliance with that. Yes, ma'am.
So he's gonna come out in a few minutes and talk to you. Okay?
All right, thank you. Yeah, no problem. I'll wait here. Thank you. It's just amazing the difference, ladies and gentlemen. We did it. This is amazing. We did it only together. This federal injunction has my name on it, Sean Paul Reyes, against the city of New York. But I did it with each and every one of you. I truly appreciate. I couldn't do it without each and every one of your support. This is a team effort. My attorneys at Latino Justice, every single one of you out there, all activists in New York City and around the country. We all put in the work. We all did it together. And again, this is not a win for First Amendment auditors. This is a win for the people. This is a win for each and every one of us. Right behind these doors, I was filming here in this lobby, and then right behind these doors here, that's when a female officer said to delete my footage, delete that bleep, expletive. Can you believe that that's the mentality that they have here? And not only can I record in here, you can record in here. We have Scalzo Photo here recording peacefully, ready to file his complaint. We're here to conduct business. We're here to, if you have a FOIA request you want to submit, if you have a complaint you want to lodge, you can record now for transparency and accountability for your government, for our government. This is amazing. This is a historical day here today. And again, I can't thank each and every one of you enough. The judge, Jessica Clark, federal judge in district court in Manhattan, made the right decision. Obviously, in my opinion, she made the right decision. She found that those signs were unlawful and that she ordered the NYPD to remove them. Not just from the 75th precinct here where we were arrested. We were also arrested at the 61st, but every single precinct in New York City, the biggest city in the United States, the biggest law enforcement agency in the United States. We were able to come together and overcome them and defeat them with the law, what's right, transparency and accountability for the people. It's absolutely amazing. And again, I couldn't do it without each and every one of you. Right now we're waiting for someone to come take our complaint, as we tried to do the first time. Last time I came in here with the Right to Record Act law in my hand, and nobody wanted to read it. Nobody cared. I tried to explain to them that I had the right to record in the precinct, and law enforcement in the course of their duty, they didn't care. They did not care about any of that. They didn't go watch that video. I'll put some clips in here, but they didn't care about the law that I was holding. The judge cared. The federal judge cared, Jessica Clark, and she did the right thing, and she found that their policy to be unlawful, and the signs had to be removed. Thank you guys for the super chats. I can't really see them. Elizabeth, thank you so much, but I really appreciate it. I'll thank you guys at the end individually, but we're just waiting here to file our complaint. Obviously, no issues. No one's coming out and treating us like, drunk people at a bar. That's what I was treated like. They grabbed me up, and then when I refused to leave because I knew it was my constitutional right. And the crazy part is, ladies and gentlemen, is that I don't know if you could, I'll put this down for a second. I am still facing those criminal charges. So I want to be clear. I am still facing the criminal charges from that day at the 75th precinct right here, where I was thrown out. I was charged with obstructing governmental administration. I was charged with criminal trespass and simple trespass in my own building, where we the people pay tax dollars to. That's what happened. That was the result, and we are technically still fighting those charges in criminal court. After a federal judge says that we have the right to record here, that their policy is unlawful. So that's the next steps. The next steps is to hold them accountable for taking away my freedom, hold them accountable for taking my property, holding me in a cell in the back. Absolutely disgusting behavior here at the 75th precinct, all for a man peacefully exercising his rights and trying to promote transparency and accountability and document the process of filing a complaint. But we did it. We won. We beat the NYPD, the largest police department in the country, and it's all thanks to each and every one of you. Couldn't do it without you guys. So for those of you just joining, we do have the federal injunction here, granted by a federal district court judge. So I will be clear with you guys. The city of New York has filed an appeal. So this will go to the Second Circuit. This will be decided in the Second Circuit in federal court. I'm confident, and my attorneys are confident, that the law is on our side. The right thing to do is on our side, and the law is on our side. Transparency, accountability, and that's how we're confident we're going to win. We're confident we're going to win. Big win here, guys. Big win. This is a huge win for us, for we the people. Like I said, for transparency and accountability, it's absolutely huge. Hopefully, we can file our complaint and then we're going to get out of here. I don't plan on spending the whole day in here, even though we could. That's not the purpose. The purpose is for everyday people, you, me, every single one of us here in New York City, that they can come into their police department, file a complaint against an officer, document that process, file a criminal complaint, and document that process. That's important for transparency and accountability. They always say that, they have body cameras, they're security cameras. They control those cameras. We don't. So it's important to have our own record so we can hold them accountable. Big win here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so happy. When my lawyer texted me, Andrew Case, and he told me that we got our injunction, nothing could have made me happier in that moment. Nothing. This is one of the best days of my entire life. 100% the best day of my entire career as an activist here for the United States as a whole. As you know, I travel across the country from Hawaii to California, New York, Florida, and everywhere in between. Hey, how are you, sir?
Sergeant Singh. I'm Scott Scalzo. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Sarge.
Looking for
A complaint. Can I just get your name and badge number, Sarge?
1664, Sergeant Singh.
Sergeant Singh. And I just wanted to tell you, Sergeant, first of all, thank you. It's nice meeting you. I wanted to tell you that I appreciate you guys being in compliance with the federal court order that was issued and removing the unlawful signage that was here before. So I appreciate you guys not being in contempt of court and following the law and proper procedure there. So I just want to say I appreciate that. I'm going to fill this out, Sergeant Singh, and I'll hand it back to you.
Perfect.
Okay?
Do you need any assistance with that? Or?
I don't need any assistance. No, it looks pretty self-explanatory. I have it here, and I'm just going to go over and document that process with the people that are watching, and so that way they can feel comfortable coming in here and doing the same if they had any issues with the NYPD or make any commendations with the NYPD. So thank you, Sergeant Singh. I appreciate it. Okay? So I could just...
Let me know if you guys need any help.
Thank you. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you so much. So we're going to fill this out here. So let's look for a spot to fill this complaint out. We are filing the complaint against the NYPD for, hold on, let me make sure I'm in the frame here. It's kind of, I don't know where I'm going to put this while I fill this out. There you go. If you guys want to hold like that so I can see myself.
Check.
Perfect.
What's up, man?
Hey, how are you, sir?
Audit?
Yes, sir. We made change here. See, the sign's gone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we made change here. See, the sign is gone. Awesome, man. We did it, ladies and gentlemen. We did it. Oh, sorry. So let's fill this complaint out. I'm going to use my trusty Long Island Audit feather pen here. This is what I use to fill out all my FOIL requests and everything. If you want one, you can get one. LongIslandAudit.store. My shameless plug here. So let me just, before I fill this out, let me just show each and every one of you, because my whole purpose here is to document this complaint process, so I can show each and every one of you. So it's just identifying information up here, and then you put who's the complaint against. It has different identifying information for the officer, the type of complaint, things of that nature. Again, and just to show you, there's people conducting their business. We're not bothering them. I don't want them, they don't need to be on camera. You know, this is just documenting for transparency, and it can help protect them too, in case the NYPD, I'm sure they've had their rights violated before. The NYPD is out of control, and we the people, and myself and Lackluster have some big news coming, so that's a little teaser to help combat. This is one thing. The federal injunction is one step in the right direction, but we also have a huge announcement we're making, so stay tuned to the channel. Can't talk about it just yet, but it's going to be game-changing when it comes to the fight against tyranny and the fight for transparency and accountability. It's going to be a game-changer. All right, let's fill this out. Come on, guys. Let's fill this out. So you don't have to make, I also want to point out, you don't have to make this complaint. There you go. You don't have to make this complaint in person. I prefer to make it in person for, again, track records of everything. But you can do it on the phone or over mail or online too, as well.
Yeah. I think you're in the door. You're not on camera, don't worry.